Okay, Synoptic here, and this would mark number 3 of my Napoleon Total War commentaries. Now, this is Pyramid 1v1. I'm playing as the Ottomans. My opponent is playing as the Dutch, and his name is BNU Heinderuder. And his rule was no artillery, which is something I hate, but this pass, I have to get the game going. So basically that means he's going to use a lot of light infantry. He has 5 rifles and 3 light infantry, 90 strong. I have 5 90 strong light infantry, and that is 2 more than I'm used to because I'm generally spend that money on artillery, and also I can spend more on cav. Generally speaking, my infantry is far superior to his, and so is my cavalry. The Ottomans have that advantage of having heavy cav, which can also charge very violently. So I'm approaching the left side. I am in the red on that map, by the way. Triangles, cav, squares are infantry. And you're seeing him, he's staying close to his deployment because they have so faithfully given Alliance 1 the hill. I personally am not too angry about that. I don't really care about hills. This isn't like a melee game. You can do it if you want, but normally speaking, the one in melees will die because of the rapid fire rate of the game. Okay, so as I'm approaching the left, he's doing the correct thing and keeps sliding to the left. Although the issue with this is if your opponent catches you off guard. Now I saw him moving for a bit too long, and that allowed me to get dangerously close. You can see cavalry already. He tries to put cavalry on the far left. That left a gap in the midsection, so he has no light infantry protecting his 90 strong light inf, and I've just charged directly at it. Now he's moving his light dragoons. He's using a fair few of them, which they're alright, but most cav are better. You can use them practically, and here's what I'm doing with my cavalry. I'm moving them separately. A lot of people like to use them in a ball. That is not too effective. So I closed one down with one cavalry, and I went through the gap with another cav. So I'm hitting the flank of a light infantry and the cavalry of both units at the same time. With the right side, I'm pulling that light dragoon backwards into the line fire, and that'll make short work of that. I also have my general in the vicinity, so there's that warning going off. And whenever you see a unit engage, you can see them flashing on the map. So I'm also engaging the right side. Now he's going to reinforce this area with the rest of his cavalry, leaving the right flank very vulnerable to my cavalry, to which I still have 2 unused. I'm going to move them right now. You can see them in the background. And this is going to make some very, very devastating charges, being the Ottoman cavalry that they are. And I've said this multiple times, if you have an opponent on the hill, if you go behind them and use that hill against them, that'll end the game right there. So he sent these guys as a reinforcement. They were idle for a second, so I just direct charged them with my heavy cav lances, and that will destroy them very quickly. I see this as a nice opportunity to start my right flank assault, as well as the mid. I'm using 2 meat shields here because it was pretty obvious that he would use a lot of rifles and light infantry. Now this is the death blow. Now, I don't know why I did this, but I'm using this as an example of what the general does, the loss of a general. He sent that into the fight. Now he's inspired those units, and his arcing effect will help his light dragoons, although they still have no chance because my line infantry are there shooting them, as well as my cavalry. So down it goes, just there. So in the previous video, the main idea of when you lose a general is to pacify your enemy. You have to stop their attack, because a steamroll is very possible, and that friends routing is very, very strong. Like, they'll just all rout in a matter of seconds, and you can see that entire right flank collapsing. I haven't done much at all, but they're just running away as it is. And since one guy's running away, they're all going to run away. Now, that was one. That's the left going, and I'm mounting the pressure again. So as I said, pacify your opponent. If you lose your general, it'll be your only chance. I think there's also a timed effect. So for a short while they'll be heavily damaged by the loss of a general and will slowly deplete, but they'll still be in that ongoing effect. And that's the end of his army. Just like that. Couple of seconds. So yeah, what happened here is I just kept going. I was unable to stop my attack after the loss of the general, and the follow-through effect of that was a chain rout. So it is essential that you stop this attack and make it slow the game down. Slow and steady wins the race when your general dies, pretty much. The main reasoning behind trying to get a slower loss rate and war of attrition is because of the simple fact that you can't sustain that many. So when you're slowly killing your enemy, and you're obviously going to lose some of your own, that's not going to affect your morale too much. So that war of attrition can go in your favor. Although I do not see this game going any other way after a lost general. So I hope that helps. Good game to my opponent, and thanks for watching.